welcome back to another episode of Cup of Conversation. I am your host, Coco.
And I am your host, T.
And today we got us a special guest in the building, Miss TyMurdaaa. Yes. So today we got, we not winging it, but we just gonna have a little chitter chat.
Yeah. Real girl talkish. We gonna continue our conversation from last week a little bit, add a little more, get Ty opinion on some things here and there. So before we start the conversation, let's just give a toast to the people at home and everybody in the room. Cheers. It's a conversation's worth having.
Oh yeah, T, you should have gave me some more of this.
I know. Next time I'm gonna make a big thing. We're gonna get that ice cooler thing. That might be
a couple conversation product.
Look, we need it. Okay. All right, so like I said, y'all, we just gonna get back into the conversation.
Okay, wait, let's first fill tie in with what we even talked about last week.
Yeah.
Out of every day, hold on, before I say that, every day is cold up here. Today it ain't cold. And I got 3 shirts on.
I'm telling you, and I got a whole sweater.
I don't like being cold.
We don't
either. But
the last few times it's been freezing up and really only since the winter has started to come. I'm like, why y'all?
And then the day is actually hot today. It's
because during the summer when not really during the summer, but like before September, when we was up here, it was hot.
Yeah,
it was hot. I don't get it. But
anyways, Ty. So basically, this starting the season off of the podcast, we've been talking about culture resolutions. Like, so instead of like, how people make resolutions for themselves, we wanted to talk about things that would advance the culture, like things that need to change, or some things that might need to change, but like need to be more of it, basically. So we just been talking. Like last week, we talked about more black marriages. I want less club culture. And more, how, because we talked about how, back in the day when you went to the club, it was like you didn't care about how you look. You didn't have to have your bust down on. You didn't have to, you went to turn up to dance to see your people. Well, I don't know, to hang with your friends. How you young?
I just turned 30.
Oh, you I was just about to say.
I dressed up at the club. I went to look good.
No, but what I'm saying is like it wasn't like it is now. Like you used to go to the club in blazers and shit. You don't remember that?
Yeah. But I feel like in that time that probably was the fashion at that time.
Yeah, but like you wanted to look good when you left the house, but you wasn't worried if you sweat out your leave out a little bit, or like once you got in the club, you was in there, you was having a good time. You know what I mean? Like,
and you wasn't in a section. We that section, I think the whole section thing just took over the club.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I like that.
But do you like going to the club without being in the section now? Like when you go?
I don't go to the club really anymore. I haven't been in a while. I
haven't been the one that don't got a section. I ain't been the one that don't have no section.
But when I go, like, I would be okay if it didn't have a section. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you remember you said your little Webby experience?
We had a good time.
That was a Warehouse Live type experience. Yeah, like,
like a
kind of like a concert though.
No, but it was like a what's something I could give it to you like in
Warehouse Live. Yeah, you remember?
No, I'm trying to make her understand. No,
you trying to give it to Louisiana?
Yeah, because I didn't go to Warehouse Live when you was going.
I went a couple times, baby. Yeah. Warehouse Live was lit.
Only time I ever been to Warehouse Live is for trap karaoke one time for my auntie's birthday. And
I went to see the Migos. I went to see Drake too.
What's the club that we had in LA that? Not Practicat Club. That's real ghetto. It was like that though. But you probably ain't go to that club.
I wouldn't know.
You was young.
Yeah, I couldn't really go outside.
What's another club? I don't know. You was in Natchitoches though, right? No. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Is it like a club that like have like?
Do they have sections in Louisiana? Hold on. Let's start there, because every club that I ever went out there has literally been like, we walk in that bitch.
Yeah, yeah, and that's how it's
starting to get into the groove of like
what's going on.
Well, they should have left it where it was at, like everybody else.
For sure, if you go home, if you go to Louisiana now, you're not paying that much for a section at all.
I mean, but at the same time, they should have just left it where it was at, because that's what made Louisiana like the turn up different. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of what made it. I don't know. It stood out. Yeah. I knew if I went to that hole, no matter what age, it's gonna feel like a college party.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna walk in there and turn up.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, we talked about that last week, but that's what we basically was talking about. Like just, different things that we want to see less of and stuff we want to see more of. And so this week, I'm gonna let T start it off because she had a lot to say today.
Well, I was just listening to The Breakfast Club earlier and a couple other podcasts, and I was just hearing basically all over across the board that basically, in a nutshell, black people don't understand that they are the influence. You know what I mean? That we are the curators around here. We are the ones that are leading the folks. I think since they call us the minority, it's hard for us to put that value on ourselves, and people don't think that. People always think I'm just one small person. Like how we talked about the clubs last week. We also went into depth to the club owners or promoters looking like us. Like why y'all want to promote to people that y'all know ain't got it like that, to be coming out here to be spending $500 and $600 which are in your establishment just to say they supported you.
Right.
So and they think people that do stuff like that 9 times out of 10 think, I ain't doing nothing. That's just what everybody else do. I'm doing business like anybody else doing business. So, why do you think that black people don't see or do you see the value in that? Do you think that we got shit going on, or do you think you rather shop over here? Like some people act like they rather shop over here.
I feel like we do know that we have it going on, but at the same time, we still kind of working underneath.
Working from behind type shit.
Yeah, we still kind of working from behind. We all got stuff going on. We literally all doing something, and not saying we just working for other people. A lot of us working for ourselves or trying to get to where we're working for ourselves. So we know we got it going on, but we still kind of under.
Do y'all think it's like that dim your light syndrome? Like you don't want to. We have always been told, how you told something so much that you don't believe it, but you still act the way out of habit. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of why my notes say, do you think it's some manipulation or mind games in it? Because I think it's just what we're fed, calling us the minority when 90% black people got Biden in office right now. So how are we the minority if we just literally control the presidency?
Right.
You know what I mean? So and they swear to God that that's gonna change. I ain't in the politics, y'all, but I've been trying to listen in because I'm getting older here.
Dr. Umar told you we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Look at me.
Yes, we do. I used to think like Dr. Umar too, cause what I got to do with what they gonna do for us?
Because ultimately, when either side you picking, not to get into politics, because I don't know nothing about it.
Exactly.
You on TikTok,
like we do know either.
Right. So yeah, but I just think it's like a part of it's almost kind of out of habit. We know we got it going on, and amongst each other, we talk about how we got it going on or how this is and that. But another thing, and my dad, he always say this. For instance, he didn't show me 3 young people under the age of 12 years old that are in college and about to graduate with master's degree. And he was like, why they don't put this kind of stuff in the media? We gotta see this on small media Instagram. It's not blown up. He was like, it's got a 12-year-old that got a PhD. Why is that not mainstream news? You know what I'm saying? So I think too, it's a part of we are all of that, and we probably think that within our groups, but it's nobody else magnifying
that's the part of that mind control though. Putting them
they don't want us to know
to the back burner. We ain't gonna promote none of the good stuff. We only gonna promote them getting killed in the streets
or killing each other.
Or killing each other. And that kind of you just said, what did you just say at first about
what about what point?
You just said about us having not mind control. You said something before that.
Oh, minimize, downplay.
Dimming our light. Yeah. I think that they have done that to us so much.
Yeah.
That we starting to do it to each other. It's like a Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean? We learning from our oppressors, and we just because I was just listening to somebody else, and they was just bro, sometimes our biggest enemies and downfalls be people that look just like us. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it really be ourselves.
That too.
Yeah, that
too. Really if you want to be accountable this year, because I heard I've been hearing this across the board. 2024 is the year of calling things out and letting people know and standing on business and. If that's the case, y'all need to get to it because it's a lot of shit that y'all like. It's you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Some reconciling that needs to be done.
I think everybody needs to. It's out. You know, like they little saying, they say you gotta sweep your own front porch. I think it ain't even about like calling nothing out or like calling nobody out. Yeah, that's cool and all, but I think a lot of people. You be the main ones calling people out, but they be having stuff they gotta work on too. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I know nobody is perfect, but at the same time, like it takes everybody doing their own part individually for everything to even make sense later. You know?
Like at least make sure you're taking as much action as you are doing preaching. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Take your own accountability.
Exactly. And I be telling myself that all the time. I put that in the forefront of my mind. Like, you do a lot of talking, but you better do a lot of walking.
Right. Very much on myself last year, a lot like you're doing this wrong, like
right.
Just taking accountability because if you don't, you're just gonna be
how could you hold the next person accountable? Like, you feel crazy sometimes, like talking to some people, be like, or just thinking some of the thoughts that you think about somebody. Like you might think that, exactly. That little voice in the back,
not even know.
And that little voice in the back could get you right.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is humble.
And you doing this, so
but think about how many people don't have that voice and don't listen to that voice and go on about
judging other people.
Yeah, and then that plays a part into why people don't go get as far as they're supposed to be because that's what they say immediately. They like, look who's talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it makes you forget about the message. Like, look who's talking, but at the end of the day, the message was right.
Right.
You were telling the truth. Yeah, you were telling the truth. Like,
but it didn't need to come from you.
Right.
It didn't need to come from you.
Y'all should have never said it like that.
Right. Yeah. You should have told me a little nicer.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to say
exactly. If this year is the year of reconciling,
what you just said though, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You have to say it in front of everybody. It is definitely a proper way on how to
communicate it correct. Yeah. And that goes into how like people are losing relationships and not valuing relationships because you feel like you gotta check people. With that, I seen a post. It was like, why do y'all feel like when we having conversations or when you gotta talk to somebody about something, you checking somebody or you know what I mean? Like they was like remove that out of your vocabulary if you want to have a conversation because you're not checking anybody. If anything, you're checking on the issue. Like,
right.
You making
that's
sure.
ultimately the goal.
Yeah, right.
Especially if it's somebody you know what I'm saying you hope to continue a relationship with.
Yeah. Right.
But I also wrote in my notes about us like not calling out because as we just talked about us dimming our own like people like how Cat Williams got on there and called out all his peers, his comedian friends, people that look like him and stuff like that. But what about the people that play like the puppeteer in the back, the investors, the producers, the cast makers?
Let's talk about it because I did see. I want to talk about Cat Williams a little bit because I seen the guys arguing about it.
I seen that too,
and I was siding with Ken.
Wait, no, I didn't see the exact post, but I seen them talking about it.
Okay, so.
What was the gist
from
of
the little clip I could get? I guess Fave, shout out to Just Us. He basically was saying that he sounded like a scorned peer, basically.
Right.
And Ken was like, I think he was just calling it what it is. So my opinion of that is, I think
like what's the thin line type thing?
I don't think it's a thin line with that situation. I don't think he's scoring at all. I feel like first of all.
But you know that's like I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know that's kind of like what social media calls it this day. Like,
it's almost
anytime
like
somebody call anything out, you know what I'm saying. If it's not hating, you hurt, or you know what I'm saying. It's never the truth. Yeah. It's never just that could have really happened to him, or that could have been the situation.
And let me tell you what I associated with. The same way we can get into groups and have women that are like mean girls, I think it's mean boys, and that's what when he was talking, that's what it gave me. But I can see that on them outside of that situation. I can see that on Steve Harvey.
You can
go back to the beginning,
like on people, like you can really see how people really is. But then at the same time, can you really see it just by looking?
Yeah,
I can. I feel like I can as far as like just like how he talk to other people. Mm-hmm. Like he always try to make himself like he the daddy. Like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes these people are your age or older. Like you not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and like me and my daddy was watching it together. He was like, "You know, my daddy word is long." And so my daddy was like, "You could tell he ain't lying though. Like you could tell like." Cause it ain't nothing like he's stuttering. He's flowing with this, and
he actually took his time. Like he was pausing before he even.
Yeah, like, and it's been the same every time. Yeah, I feel like you know he the underdog in the situation, and I feel like he said, what is he scoring about when he's actually the one that's making money? Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like ultimately. Why would I be mad on something that you have that I don't want?
That goes back to like our oppressors kind of doing that Stockholm syndrome shit on us. Because why are y'all calling everything he's saying a lie just because he's telling the truth about y'all? Like it just, I don't know, it's kind of like a full circle thing. Like just how they got the good old boys club, they exclude poor white niggas out or white people that don't like they exclude. Right. That's exactly what they're learning from. That's exactly what they're doing. I heard once you get in that like millionaire category, once you get in that certain category, it's no race. Yeah. Y'all are all assholes. That's why that's why I was telling myself today, like in my job. I was thinking to myself, I probably would never be a millionaire if I don't have the same mindset as they have. So because
you gotta be an asshole.
Yeah, no, dead ass.
You do. I won't say a millionaire. I'll say a billionaire.
Billionaire. They in my job. No, I'll say a millionaire too because even like, billionaire.
Yeah, because they a million. That ain't far right now.
Bro, but look at how they can have mind control on people. These people are in my job debating if they want to go to work on Martin Luther King Day because they just announced it to be a national holiday. We the only ones who got it off. So everybody else gonna be.
You better protest.
I ain't going. It's already the email that they sent us for everything on the year. The man that owned the company say we can have a day off, but the people in my office want that business to run so well and want to make money for somebody else so much that they gonna come and work on a day that he said take the fuck off. Yeah. Just because.
We off too, but they probably gonna offer OT for people to work, but we off.
I think like bro, if he's telling us we're off,
it's almost kind of like we're not gonna acknowledge that. It's almost kind of like we acknowledging it, but we're not gonna acknowledge.
But it's brain control, bro. Yeah. Like y'all don't, and then this is what's the mind fuck of it. We getting paid for Monday regardless if we there or not. Yeah. So
so now you just
y'all really are just trying to be like it's capitalism. Yeah. You just want to have somebody on this clock. You want to be in control of somebody, so somebody is in control of you. Like it's just like a chain of shit. And I'll just be sitting back and watching that shit. Like today, I'm sitting there doing my notes and shit. I'm like, she talking about we might have to work Monday. Y'all might. I'm black. I'm out.
Not as y'all might. Not even looking up. Y'all might.
I'm out. Y'all already got it on the email schedule. It say January 15th off, baby. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Really.
But like, it's just crazy to like sit back sometime and observe the mind control that money and capitalism have over Americans. Because I know not everybody live like this. I know not everybody is living like this. It can't be. It just cannot be.
But yeah, I think. I think that it's a such thing as when you get to a certain level, if you're not willing to, it's almost like that play along to get along type of vibe. And everybody not fake like that. And I think me personally, how you saying everybody that's a millionaire is assholes, I think the people that are real, we don't know what real is anymore. Because everything is so fake. Yeah. But I think people that are really real for real still, I think they always gonna be outcasts. Cause you too real. You talk too much.
You
say too much. You know the business. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You speaking on the shit that we was trying to keep under wraps.
Exactly. Only we knew that. And now you out here telling the commoners our business. You too old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And I feel like that's just, I don't know. Y'all think that's everybody community, or y'all feel like that's more so black community? Like really just trying to like I ain't gonna say bring people down, but like shoot they shot at their peers and not really noticing, hey, they putting us up against each other. It ain't really us versus us.
I feel like it's kind of everybody. Like
I think we just don't know about it.
Yeah, we just don't know about it because we in our
Our community,
yeah. I feel like it's kind of in everybody's community because everybody got their different problems.
Yeah, but even that situation, speaking to that situation specifically, I don't think that it's even them putting us against each other. I think that they are wanting to be up the other side's ass so much that you're gonna go against your own.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to what he was saying, a lot of it was just sounding like a bunch of just drama.
Yeah. You didn't want to turn down the money, or you didn't want to seem like that guy, or whatever.
Like he said, I can't wear, like he said, Ricky Smiley. He went in on Ricky Smiley. I don't know.
He went in on everybody.
Everybody responded that made me feel like he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Bro, the way I see people, especially celebrities, respond to certain shit on social media tell me everything I need to know about the situation. Because, you are really on here responding to some people that you have you don't know these people.
You explaining it to us.
Yeah. Cardi B screaming on goddamn live talking about, y'all don't know what I'm in the house. But I guess they don't give a damn either. But you steady on here. Wait. I'm telling you, when I get
the culture resolutions, leave going live to explain yourself in 2023.
No, for real.
It just make everything all bad. Like it just put everybody in stuff that you don't want nobody in. I guess.
I'm telling you, once we get to the area we supposed to be in, like our little height and not peak, but you know what I'm saying, we going up. You wouldn't be able to pay me to respond to some people.
You think so?
Right now, I don't respond to you see all that shit we got going on TikTok right now, and then even other times where we done had stuff going on YouTube, it just get too much. It just get too much for me to even think about responding or going through and reading all that.
But this goes back to the episode that we gotta have with our friends. I feel like people don't have genuine friends anymore.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard. Like me personally, I feel like if something happened in my life, if something talked about, I'm just gonna go to my friend group. We're gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna go publicly about it. Like I've never got on live and said nothing about nothing. Nobody told me, nobody said to me, a client, a friend, a relative, nothing. Like I'm just gonna talk to my friend group about it because I think that's the point of having a friend group to talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because really, in all actuality, nothing is that important for social media, and nobody on social media can really help you.
Stuff that go on in the relationship.
Do they know you?
Especially your friendship. Like, I could say that's one thing I love about like the friendship the friend circle that I have right now. Like, even when we going through like our little hold up type of moments, nobody will never know about it. Like, it never comes to some social media. Like, I have friends that I haven't, we just started talking after years, like a year or so, and nobody never knew because it never went to social media. Like it just stayed in our friend circle.
Because when you think about it, like what would have social media done other than
make it worse? Exactly. Yeah. Something that probably we couldn't come back from. After.
And then who are the people on social media that you talking to?
That's what I be. That's my thing. Like these people don't know us. Especially when you that big of a celebrity, like you at certain heights, like you really have people on here that don't.
But then you have to be. With that being said, you have to go into it wanting somebody to side with you, not for real advice. If you going to your followers don't know. My followers don't know. Well, some of my followers do because we do this, but my followers don't know T. Right. They my followers. They gonna be like, girl, no, she wrong.
Of course they gonna side. Not even knowing like the full thing. Right. Just putting so many people different opinions in the business that don't even need to have an opinion.
And you going into it knowing like, oh, I'm just going out here to get validate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And with if you have real friends, they gonna let you know like, yeah, you're wrong. No, I see it from your end. I see it from her end. I see it from both of y'all. And, like just. Siding with both of y'all, not just girl.
Ooh, this is a good question, y'all. So we talking about that real quick. How do y'all feel about the neutral friend?
What you mean?
Say for instance, example.
Like in between friend that's friends with both
of y'all friends. And say for instance, like you me, Ty know both of us, and we get into it, and I be like, I'm gonna go extreme with it. I'm gonna be like, Ty, this bitch done slept with my nigga, and you be like, that's between y'all. Y'all need to get that together.
Gotta get that together.
I don't like friends like that. You can't be my friend because it ain't even about me at that point. It's about the characteristic of
It's about what's wrong.
You were extreme with it, like
that was
if it was small shit, then not.
No, even small stuff. Even it
ain't that I'm not gonna pick a side. It's that
no, you have to pick a side.
No. Listen, let me tell you. It depends on like the relationship. Like if we talking about best friend or like
right. I don't care. I don't care if I've been friends with somebody.
But what if it's not that clear? What if it's not like it's deep as I slept with my man? Like no, it's not. Sometimes shit got like you got to hear this person's side of the story to really understand.
Okay, let me see what you said.
You still feel how you feel though.
No, yes, because unless it's something that's like, oh well, it could have been a mistake.
So you gonna do what? You gonna call him and ask? What if this person ain't tell you? What if Ty?
I'm getting both on the phone. Tell me because if you got a flaw in your characteristics, if you got a flaw in who you are, I need to fix
you need to expose that.
Because if you do it to her, you'll do it to me.
Right.
So I'm not gonna.
So stand on that. If you said that when you was talking to me,
so I can know
say what you said when you was talking to her. Type shit.
Yeah, I'm not.
I feel that.
It's a common ground to everything.
Yeah,
it's a common ground to everything. We ain't gotta agree, but I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, bitch, she right.
Was you wrong?
You should have waited on her you should have waited for her to drive off.
This me on the phone.
On there.
Yeah.
They should have left her in that car.
This me on the other.
Like so simple, like girl, she ain't even. I left her house and girl, she closed it up as soon as I left her. I could have got raped or anything.
She ain't even.
You wrong.
Yeah. On the way to in the car.
I'm gonna call y'all in a week and let y'all know y'all was right.
Yeah. Right. You know.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl T.
And your girl Coco.
And are you looking for some brand exposure? Do you have a business that you're trying to put in front of a new audience? Because look, right now we are giving out free commercials. Free. Oprah style, baby.
Yes, you get one.
Period. We putting it out there. And we building our brand and we trying to help you build your brand.
Yes. So if you have a small business, large business, medium-sized business, whatever kind of business you might have, let us know. Get in our inbox, email us, and let us know how we can help you grow your business and see some success this year.
Yes.
These slots are only free for a limited amount of time. We're going to give you the first 4 weeks of the month free. You get to see how we expose you, how many people come on behalf of Cup Conversation, and then you get to decide, is it worth it? So this is a deal of a lifetime if you ask me. As a business owner myself, if somebody gave me this opportunity, I would definitely do it. We have views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, and
and
just get out there.
As well as the podcast platforms.
Yes.
So tap in with your girls.
Very much so. Get them commercials while they last. Deuces.
Like y'all just talk about it.
Yeah.
I do not like to be in the middle of stuff. I hate being in the middle of stuff, especially if it's two people that I really mess with. Like I hate being in the middle because it's like, even if you feel it's like, even if like I say, okay, yeah, you wrong. And you be like, okay, they still gonna have their issues, so it's like still in the middle. So it's like, dang, I can still. And
I can put you. Ty even said you wrong.
You like Ty even said you wrong, and I can tell her, and it's like I can tell her that she wrong, but at the end of the day, y'all still feel how y'all feel. So I'm still gonna be.
Well, I think it's more of a thing of like, okay. Not saying anything is almost like agreeing, really. When you say so. That's like somebody saying, "My brother raped you," and
you take it.
I know, but what I'm saying it's gonna always be the precedent.
Gotta get down to the nitty.
Yeah, you gotta get down. If you come to me and say your brother raped me, and I'll be like, yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like,
like so that's like.
That means I agree with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah. No, you what? You did what?
You wrong for that.
911. Call them. My number is at 978. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And just to steer to like a more serious point, my brother ain't raped nobody. Before I throw this out here, because I'm gonna speak on my brother. But he ain't raped nobody. But my brother has done shit in the past. Yeah. My brother has done shit in the past that we done that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That like, you know what I'm saying? That you wrong for that. We'll tell him, but we ain't gonna tell you, and we ain't really correcting it in public. Yeah. You know what I mean?
In a relationship, like.
And later on in life, it has bred like So basically, he was disrespectful to women. Mm-hmm. So later on in life, when he disrespectful to me or my mama or my little sister, how can we be surprised? Because you know what I'm saying? Because we turned the blind eye to that shit for so many other women and so many other times. So that shit like becomes a full circle moment. Like you really have to at least, like you said, weed people character out early, like and say that shit right here, right now.
Like you wrong for telling that girl that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because with my sister, my brother girlfriend right now, she like he did this and did that.
Yeah.
Like, girl, he wrong for that. Like
he wrong.
That's
wrong.
Like, and you should have got on his ass. Like you should have did this, and then when he comes, like, boy, now you know you wrong for that. Like, why would you do that? Now you got this girl calling, telling me this, and
you shaming me.
Hey, you got me in the middle.
You got her thinking.
No, for real. Like our mama don't know how to raise nobody.
Yeah. Like no, I'm not the neutral friend. No, never.
I don't even know why I'm sitting here defending that because I'm not either. Because especially, I love too hard. So especially if I'm really tight with somebody and I feel like you wrong, you're cut off.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
you don't want you wrong. I'm gonna tell you wrong, and if you
no, you're cut. If you're not, that's what I'm saying. If you ain't trying to fix her, if you ain't trying to,
sometimes I feel like I got to the point where I don't even want to. I don't be wanting to talk about it no more.
Yeah.
Like, if I feel like you done did it so many times, so
and I know you're gonna continue.
And then if I know I'm finna have a conversation with you, and it's not gonna be you taking accountability and you really saying like what you did wrong, I'm not gonna want to talk to you about it. I'm just gonna
be quiet.
I'm just gonna be quiet. And I'm just gonna.
You gonna let my silence?
Yeah, like you know what you did at the end of the day. So why are we?
And you know what you continue to do. You know how your character is. You know what your character flaw is. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I had a homegirl from like high school that I kind of did that with too. Like, I'm not finna keep on talking to you about the same. You got the same nigga issues with every nigga. It's no.
You the problem.
No. Your choices are the problem.
Yeah.
Your choices are the problem. You like that, and hey. You already know what you do. Yeah, you know right from wrong. At this point, my silence is what it is.
I'm tired of telling you. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's when you sit on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes. I ain't even got nothing to say.
You ain't look good.
If I hit you with that girl, I don't want to hear about it no more.
No, for real.
And then you too. Like,
that's what that means?
I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to my friends about this no more because I done said this too many times. I do that too. It's like, at this point, let me just keep my problems to myself.
For real.
Yes, and that's been I've been fighting with certain thoughts like, who should I talk to about this? Nah, this person ain't gonna understand it like that. Or no, this person ain't gonna understand it like that. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pray about it. At this point, I don't have nobody else to I don't know what to say. Like, for real. Certain situations when you're talking to people that don't know other people, like if they don't know my boyfriend or if they don't know, like you said, if they don't know you, this shit hard to even talk about. Like, explain. Now you have to explain what kind of person she is, because they've been saying some shit, well, no, she ain't like that.
Then go to a different story. Like, well, you know what? In this story, this time, this happened. Then you gonna know if I tell you this. Now I gotta tell you this.
That's how it be.
Yeah.
So it's just like you said. It's better to talk to the Lord.
Like,
don't be like me. I just don't even tell my business because I always feel stupid after I get done. I'll be like, I didn't sit up here and tell my damn.
For real. That's why sometimes I just say it out loud. I say it out loud a couple times. Like I started like. Talking to myself used to be just in my head, but now my talking to myself, I have to hear that shit out loud. Because if it sounds stupid,
you gotta play out the conversation.
If it sounds stupid when it come off my lips,
I feel like I be telling
that's important.
Much. And you know what's crazy? When I was younger, my little brother mama used to always talk to herself. Like we'd be in a car and she'd be talking to herself, and I'd just be looking. I'd be like, I hope when I get older, I don't be talking to myself. And now, like, I be just thinking, I'm like, man,
she probably had a lot of shit going on.
For real, she probably had a lot going on. Cause right now, maybe I'm just be. Like, and don't you be knowing you be talking to yourself, you catch it like, dang, I'm really
ain't nobody up in here. Ain't nobody in here. All right.
You gotta talk to yourself. Okay, if I don't pay this bill today, then I can.
No whole check calculator.
No, I literally try to plan out my whole day.
She don't got no mind waiting on a late fee. She ain't gonna charge me a late fee, so I gotta pay hers because she don't.
I gotta be on time for this.
All right. Definitely be trying to plan out my whole day, week, month, right in my head.
You ever go exactly how you plan?
Of course not. Of course not.
I know you got something else, but that kind of leads me into my next one about like planning and rushing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, how do y'all feel about like time? Like what do y'all consider like wasting time? Like what is something that you consider like wasting time?
That's a good question.
Wasting time.
It's a lot of stuff because
wasting time for real.
Man, I've been in relationships where I feel like I wasted time, but then after like, you know what I'm saying, after a while of being single by myself, I'd be like, you know what, it was a kind of a lesson in that I ain't really wasting no time. That's where I was supposed to be at the time, you know.
Or like for instance, what is like when I say like what is wasting time? Like, okay, people like, girl, I'm just sitting up here wasting time. Compared to what? Like doing some more work?
Right.
I don't think people think that out when they say it.
They don't.
Because I used to say that, like I said, I'm starting to say shit out loud. I used to say that about like going to work, like these people up here wasting my fucking time, and I'd be like, well, what else would you have been doing?
Right.
I like literally answer my question with a question.
Got something else that you need to
Yeah.
doing.
But to that point though, Ty, what is it? Why do you gotta be doing that other thing? What makes you say, oh, I got something else to be doing? Versus being in that moment.
That just like that girl said, being feminine, being just relaxing.
Or just being. Like
resting.
I think we have a negative connotation on just being.
That negative connotation is called lazy.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
I really feel like that because for the New Year, I was like, I'm gonna clean my house. I'm cleaning my house, and then when the New Year came, I was like, you know what? This year, I'm not gonna do anything I don't feel like doing, and I don't feel like so I'm just gonna.
But even in that, that's okay.
And that's okay too.
Yeah, that's okay because it's like we have this idea that everything that we do is always enhancing in the future. Basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are never in time.
Present, yes.
We never present in time. We always are chasing time. Like it's always like, okay, I gotta do this. Okay, now I gotta do this. If I don't do this, then I ain't gonna have this tomorrow. And I ain't gonna have this for next week and next month. And if I don't do this right now, I ain't gonna accomplish my goals for next month. Like it's always like we in this constant. And so when I made my notes, I was just saying like do y'all believe that getting on top of things is an illusion? Do you ever get on top of anything?
No, because really, once you get on top of that, it's something else that you have to get on top of.
But I think that some people get close to it. I'm not gonna say on top of it. I'm gonna say some people get really close to it. People that are just, I think this has to be something that's just like in you. I don't know if this is something you can learn over the years. I'm not gonna lie, because people that are like that say they're OCD about clean shit or like just like shit neat. That's just in them. That's what they like to do. Mm-hmm. I don't care about a little mess. My shit messy right now. Like, I left that motherfucker with clothes I need to fold, but that's just something that doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like the people that are obsessed with like staying on top of shit or organized and like, I can't go nowhere with my days not planned. You know what I mean? I can't.
Well, not even that to the. What you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I feel like even them people still have stuff that they like.
They not on top of.
They're not on top of.
And even to the person that's not like that. Say for instance, like you say you don't care, but it's still stuff that you say daily. Like I gotta get on top of. Like, I gotta like even if
I get shit done.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's in my way. It's like you know.
Time.
Yeah. On my time.
But do you feel like it's ever an end to it?
No. I mean, because we're never gonna stop running this cycle. It's like we're on the hamster wheel. Like we're chasing something.
Right. It's always gonna be something better or some other way you could do it.
Yep. Right. And so people always say like, I could be doing something more meaningful. Mm-hmm. But
they probably don't even know what that is.
It's so many more meaningful things. Like, what does that mean? Like and the reason I had wrote some notes about that is because I'm trying to get down to the science of this whole like, because this year I don't want to be the person that's too busy.
Yeah.
Because that's really like, is that even a thing? Mm-hmm. Are you really too busy to do certain things, or are you just because I had read this study about this man. He did a study on if he did everything, if he used every time management skill that he knew, he researched time management skills and he used them and see how effective they were to get things done. And he found out that none of them worked for real because it was all an illusion of.
There's really no time.
You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be enough time to do everything you want to do or what you deem as everything anyway. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
even if you break it
made up. Yeah, it's all made up. So it's like, are we in this constant cycle of just like saying like we're too busy? Like, because really, like when you think about it, when you tell
really
people
not too busy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I think about the thing.
I say that all the time, though.
Yeah, I've been saying that too.
Since the beginning of this podcast.
But I only think that I'm too busy because of the pressure that I put on my time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you really not.
You need to be doing.
Right. Yeah. And why do you think you need to be doing that?
Right.
Why is that important?
I think that the people always are just trying to reach for perfection or better. And they feel like I could be working out right now if I'm over here scrolling, or I could be, if they get caught up somewhere in traffic, I could be, you know what I'm saying, studying this or reading that or doing this or doing that, just trying to do something better with themselves. So I feel like that's where that pressure and anxiety kind of comes from. But I feel like we stressing ourselves more than we are relieving ourselves and trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, really get into the next goal, because then you're just gonna find another goal.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, when you really say that you, like, people are like, oh, God, I've just been enjoying life. Have you really been enjoying life if you are constantly thinking about the future of your life? You never in the moment of your life?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I really want to live a year in Jamaica.
Because I really be trying to think of, dang, what's next? What's going next? What I'm gonna do to get to the next step.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I really wanted to, like, as much as I love the entrepreneur lifestyle, I always wanted to, like, an office, business, professional, some kind of structure, because that constant, like, entrepreneur, I gotta think for myself all day. Not necessarily just think for myself, because that made me sound like I don't want to goddamn. Yeah.
But that's okay. That's
but that shit is like hard. Connotation stuck to that. But that shit is so much. Like, do you know, like, either you spend your day bored as fuck and you feel like I ain't getting nothing done, or you spend your day overstimulating yourself and you fucking don't get shit done. You don't get nothing done. Like, at this point you have both, because you done stretched yourself the fuck out and shit. Like,
being having a job and being an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And then I know you have a question about kids, right?
I was going to skip over there and actually go, to the expectation of, I was going to skip over there and go to the expectation of the women, since we're talking time.
Yeah, okay, so real quick, before I say this, do y'all think that we have a lot of humans that are not the best humans because of parents? And when I say of parents, for example, how we talking about time right now, do y'all notice that, like, say for instance, I know y'all don't have no kids, but say for instance, if Kari, she showed me this dance move and she'd be like, oh, I want to play the guitar, and then she started playing the guitar or whatever instrument, and then I started being like, okay, you need to go practice for like 5 hours a day or 2 hours a day at least, with the expectation of this being something for the future. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being in the moment and just saying, play the guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of like, we take the fun out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or you take the enjoyment out of things by being a parent and always wanting to see the best and making sure you create the best human being. That's what we think as parents. I know me, I'm always like, I just have to make sure my daughter is the best person that she can be. But sometimes, instead of chasing the time, worrying about the future, why don't you just be in the... Hey y'all, it's your girl Coco
and your girl T,
and we are a cup of conversation. If you ladies are looking for long, short, body wave, kinky straight, loose wave, deep wave, luxurious bundle swigs, you need to shop Bossette Hair for boss women. They even are on DoorDash, and you can get your wig delivered straight to your front door. Quicker than Amazon any day.
Period. And if you don't like waiting like me, you can go in-store to pick up your bundles. Download the app for special deals and updates on all the Bossette. And make sure you shop Bossette Hair for boss women.
Boss women, yes. And if you need a little money off, you can use our code displayed here on the screen to save. Period.
Tell a couple conversations sent you.
But yeah, like, I just feel like we in a constant, like, worry cycle. Like just that we're gonna run out of time, or we're not gonna
meet our standards for
the future all the time.
Yeah. And I don't have no kids, but my nephew, I feel like it's kind of like the person that I get to guide a little bit. And I try to do that little lenient, because I'm not his parent. So I try to do that, like, lenient, like, let him be him. But, like, the only thing I would think that is a hinder about that style of, like, parenting or just raising is that you kind of, like, you're not on the time, but in society, in today's world, in reality, you kind of are, especially by a certain age and being black. You know what I mean? Like, you are, and then especially since my family's good with this, with letting people like if you 18, you ain't getting kicked out the house. Not in my mama's house,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Right. You always got a place to come.
It's not a pressure.
Yeah, it's not pressure, but like it's also like we don't want you 30 staying up in here now, though. You know what I mean?
But that kind of leads me to my point, though. Like, what is that thin line between saying just let them experience this, and saying no, you got to get it together. You can't just dance like that. You got to dance like this.
I just think that. I think it depends on the child. Like, if you see the child like it's just somebody that is like.
But how do you know? Because if that's say for instance. Even if that's
in them teenage years, you can see.
But that's what I'm saying. But by the time you get to the teenage years, what you've done in this year, it won't matter what you do after that.
Because you're probably not even being interested in what you was doing.
Yeah. It's almost like me if I have Corey practice, and then I don't tell her, you don't have to practice when you get home. You don't do it. If you do whatever you do, right. You ain't gotta do nothing. And then she adapts that mindset that I can be lax, then she gonna be lax. Once you hit 12, you really gonna be whatever you was in 5, 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's that thin line of being in time versus being?
Because I was just about to say, like, I think the bad thing about I always notice about my nephew is that he's a follower a little bit. Like, so I feel like we had to like kind of catch on that earlier because I don't want you to. You know what I mean? But now he's fucking 18. Yeah. And it's like, whoa, where's the time when we should have, like, because we was letting him be, like, you know, we ain't trying to, like, especially my mama. You know how I said the older, well, as they become grandparents and shit, they get a little soft. And as the years go, you know what I'm saying? They get lenient.
I feel like the younger kids, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, the younger kids, yes.
Grandparents, period.
Yes. So I just feel like that's the approach she took with him. And she wasn't as tough on him as she was with us, or you know what I'm saying, my brother. So like we kind of tried to let him be, but like now we're at a point like, hey,
that's a whole.
Have you been thinking about it? Like, have you know, is it on your mind?
Yeah,
you about to graduate. Yeah. What's up?
That's another thing. That's why grandparents can't raise their grandkids. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like
it needs to be a parent. Somebody
you have to be a parent because the way my mama raised me. And I think about this, my dynamic. My mama raised me a certain way. My grandmother raised me a certain way. Mm-hmm. My grandmother didn't. I ain't gonna say because my grandmother, our grandparents probably old school. You know what I'm saying? So
I was just gonna say my grandparent raised me.
But at the same time, she was you was grandma baby. Like if you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know she was.
My great granny is the one who I spent most of my mom's grandmother. So like Pentecostal.
Okay.
Ain't taking none of that. Like, you better not talk crazy. I remember I got in trouble for saying a Cat Williams joke in front of her. Because Cat Williams said on his special, y'all heard they killing niggas with chicken? They got a such thing out called salmonella right now. And salmonella. And then he was like, it ought to be in the Bible. As much as niggas eat chicken, it ought to be in the Bible. Thou shalt not kill a nigga with chicken. And I said that in front of her. And she was just like...
Because you playing with the Lord.
I got my ass tore up. My mama, like, she didn't even do nothing but make her look. And my mama is the one who tore my ass, so she didn't tear me up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so you needed that mama because, I ain't do it, but
yeah, I'm about get it from But her. You also need that authoritative grandmother. I don't think we don't have those authoritative grandmothers no more. Like, a lot of that is becoming laws. That's, like you said, another
my
topic.
My mama way too far, I go all the way too far.
That is, you know what I mean?
Like, she telling you to shut the hell up.
It's already there. Shit. Yeah, I think we need to go back to that because I say that about my grandma all the time. Like, because like I said, that was my great grandma that was doing that. But my grandma now, I be looking at her like, you ain't gonna bust this nigga in this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna give him that look. So when we know you ain't fucking around no more, like. It's getting lost. We getting lost out here in this community.
I feel like I was kind of in the middle. Like my daddy was more the strict, I couldn't do nothing type of parent, and then my mama, she was like, I can do a little more than I can do with my daddy.
Yeah.
So I kind of had like.
That's usually like the other way around.
You wasn't outside as a teenager, like your mama didn't was strict like that.
I had bars on the window. Oh, I stayed with my daddy. I couldn't go outside for real.
You know what?
Parties and stuff. It was giving.
We're the same age, and that's why you still got the tenacity to still go outside a little bit. I Oh.
Outside.
And then like you still got you got no energy to meet.
You know what? On Instagram, you would think.
Yeah.
Outside. Because the only time I post is
when you are.
But I really do not be outside.
Well, not outside. Like probably just like friend functions. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Friend functions
in the house. Like
yeah.
we do
well, you know, I can do that. I would be able to do that.
These days, I literally get dressed and go take pictures.
Yeah, friend function.
Don't do nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, you just.
I just go get my content and go home. Like just go make it a content thing. You want to go take pictures?
Right.
Me and my cousins, you want to go take pictures?
Right.
And take pictures. Might go out to eat or something.
Yeah.
And then just go home. I feel like after I worked in the club, it was kind of like I didn't want to do it. It wasn't fun to me no more. It wasn't
maybe that's what suck it out of me.
Like, let's go out. Now it's just like I changed my mind. I'm getting to bed.
That's probably why I don't like it no more. Too many 2 a.m., 4 a.m. nights. I like that shit.
And then I feel like after working in that environment is just a whole nother.
Cause you definitely see a whole different side to it.
Yeah. The thing that wore me out with it is that I wasn't really having fun.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like I was there with everybody that was saying they was having so much fun, and I was like, yeah, but I wasn't really having fun.
And also, it got repetitive to me. Yeah. It got repetitive.
And like the only thing, and me, I've never really been a huge drinker. Like I might drink because like everybody like take a shot. I'll drink, I'll do that, but I think too, it was like. What are they considering fun? Like, are they saying they having fun because they getting drunk? Because I'm not drunk, so maybe.
Right, so now I'm not having fun.
But even when I was drunk, I wouldn't see that because the last time I really got drunk to where I was like sick or throwing up or
you didn't find it fun.
I didn't find it fun. It was my first time ever really drinking, like talking about it, and it was in college, and I just vowed to myself to never do that again, and I really literally never really got drunk.
Yeah.
Like
I wish I was that. I wish I was that. You know what I'm saying? Discipline because after every time I got that fucked up, I done told myself I ain't doing this shit no more.
That's what I see on Instagram. People like, this my last time. You know the little mean people. Last time drinking, but I be like, but why is it not? Because you
forget about that shit. Like
I didn't forget about that.
Forget about that shit.
I remember being in Natchitoches at Northwestern in Frog Point Apartments. If you know, you know. Toe up, like to the point to where I wanted to cry. Like I was crying. Like I could not get my head to stop spinning. Like I was like, you know how you can't sit up because if you, it's like
it's your stomach is all over the place.
It wasn't even my stomach, it was my head. Like it was like my head was spin. Like I didn't have my equilibrium.
I would throw up her.
I did throw up.
I do it just to shake myself back.
Oh, you make yourself throw up?
Yeah. I get to that point to where I feel like I'm too messed up and
I ain't even got that much control.
And I'm in like a surrounding to where it's like.
I don't even have that much control.
Like shake back.
My throw up come when fucking textile vibrator like just now I can like feel when it's about to come, but I know the run.
I've been like real toe. I feel like I was that toe up and like
even from my
college days.
Yeah. I haven't been that toe up since college.
I haven't been that toe up since then.
Well, I lie.
I've been toe up like that, but I've been in. That's why I feel like I like being more into like an intimate setting like with my friends, and we are. If we get drunk, we get toe up.
Exactly.
We out here. Like I go lay down, and get back up, and
that's exactly what I said last week.
So that's why I feel like I like more of like an intimate turn up now because it's like we in the comfort of we can have fun, we can laugh out.
Yeah, you know if I get too fucked up, you know
I get too you ain't gotta worry about none of that. We all know if this ain't going on this gonna go on the private story. Like we all know what's gonna transpire in all this. If I gotta lay down, maybe go lay down. Yeah. Shake back. Like I feel like this is probably like more why I like it. It was like the club and then like just being around people that you really
know.
Yeah.
How to. Yeah. I just the drunk. I just can't do it. Like I just be like, damn, I don't ever want to feel that pain again. Like that was real pain for me.
Yeah. Man.
Even for my wedding, like
I'm telling you,
was like my husband. He gets toe up, so he weighs 2 pounds, so he gets toe up easily. I drove home for my wedding. I feel
like everybody from Louisiana could drink good too.
Not my husband.
He throw up.
He gonna sleep. He gonna pass out.
That's good drinking. If you can fall asleep without the room spinning too much, you have successfully made it through.
If the room's spinning and you lay down, you good.
You have successfully made it through that motherfucker.
Because if you
you want to get wild.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, we just been
because my friend
got so drunk, now you sleep. Like,
because if they don't go to sleep, they black out. They don't remember the rest. You know what I mean? My homegirl.
Bring it to blackout now.
No, not to blackout. No, but my homegirl has my homegirl done said she little though, so I guess that's why she like fucking 4'10" or something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it to get there. Like,
but she didn't say she didn't black out, and I be telling her all the time. I say that literally what you saying, like. Bitch, now how you done blacked off some liquor? Now I probably done blacked out off some other drugs. I ain't gonna put out there, but
I done blacked out on liquor.
I haven't. I can't. Because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be on the toilet.
Blacked out. Not. I wouldn't say. Yeah. Like remember nothing at all. Like
no. I've never. I can't.
Like from a certain point to a certain point. Like
so
and I didn't even check myself into the hospital, and I ain't got that goddamn blood. Really? I worry you need a little IV. I need a little IV. I need something.
But do y'all think that people really don't know they limit? Or do you think that people go with the intent of like, I want to get black, I want to get?
I think it's always. I think they kind of do, but in a social setting, that's where I see it happening more. You know, like when people were at the club and they done got 6 bottles, so now they feel responsible. You know what I mean?
People probably feel like I'm good.
Yeah, that too. You really do be good until you get out that down.
And when you sit down, it's like
you really do be good until you out that motherfucker.
You really like, oh yeah, I'm good. Like I feel good. Like you really do that, and then in a split second, you'll be like really toe up in a split second.
I wasn't drunk for real. I told
at the club.
I didn't want to go to the club.
I mean, you get on my nerves. I was gonna say at the club. No, we didn't go to the club. We was at a restaurant and we were supposed to go to the club.
Yeah, and I told Kay,
you wrong for that.
Tell him out.
That's all right. I barely made it to that motherfucker anyway. I ready to go home.
I feel like all my friends know me at this point. I'm like, yeah, she ain't going.
Yeah,
I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah. If I tell you I'm going to the after hours, I'm my mama. I'm not going.
I'm not gonna make it to the second event. Like, and I probably leave early from the first event.
Right.
Like, that's how social media has gotten. All right, y'all.
No, but I think people don't. I think people really don't know they limits. Like I've seen like. When on my flavor days, we used to do like group, what they call it when you bonding with your coworkers, team building shit. So, and our team building was just going to a club, going to an after hour after we done got off of goddamn
off of work.
Right, off of work. While my manager who bought the bottles, like I guess he didn't want to like waste his money or I don't know what the case may be. Nigga got fucked up in that hole. Was falling on his face, and I was just like,
he didn't want to what? He didn't want to pay
waste his money. No, waste it. No, he paid for him, but I guess he just didn't want like.
He blacked out.
He wanted to make sure he got the majority of the bottles because he paid for them. Oh, you paid for it, all right.
You know how you don't got no money while you out there.
You trying to act like you don't even remember ordering the shit.
You did all this.
Maybe not black out there like go use that.
No, he definitely paid for that shit. But he make sure he got his money's worth in that motherfucker.
That's where your wallet is.
Somebody get his wallet. Pick his arm up.
His ass passed out from here. I don't care how many bottles he bought. Cause look, if he out, we all out, bitch. I'm dead too. I'm dead too, cause
no, for real.
That's how. I mean, but I can't go out with people like him no more. But baby, look, it's just bottles. You know what I'm saying? If we can't take them down, for real, that is what it is. Don't die out here.
Okay, so where do y'all think this came from though? Because y'all know back in the day when we used to go to the club. It was like you just buy a drink. You niggas buy you a drink at the bar and then you drink. Yeah. Nobody was buying bottles at the club.
Social media.
Especially not where I'm from, man. We ain't buy. We probably would buy a bottle before we.
I was just gonna say shit. Probably BYOB out there.
Honestly, we probably ain't even have a bottle. We probably had like 4 Locos or little canned drinks or like
$5. What the
Bud? It's so crazy that just came back like popular again.
People drinking Buzz Balls?
Yeah.
They don't care about their life.
My sister-in-law had hit me up and was like, yeah, me and your brother is on Buzz Balls. And I was like, girl, I was drinking it in high school. That was my first drink.
Why did you come back with that?
How did you drinking a Buzz Ball? Why is it so popular now?
I didn't know he came back.
Me either. That is
They
why.
probably never left. You probably just...
Right.
We left them.
You exactly.
We left them motherfuckers in the past.
But then I feel like, where do we get this thing to just want to be drunk though? Like everything is like, if you think about it, people be like,
Yeah, but that shit been hit us. Like,
no, it has not. No, it has not.
When I was a little young, even when my mama had like house parties for her birthday, I'd be up in there getting Jello shots.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I've always known like, and plus I stay close to Louisiana. Like, Orange is like the last little city before you get to Louisiana, and yeah, because
it's a good thing now.
You know what I'm saying? Because at a young age, I knew that, you know what I'm saying, they finna stop serving liquor over here so I could drive over here. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like everybody around me always have drunk, like older people, you know. I remember specifically sipping my auntie beer. Like,
yeah, my you know what I mean? Like, wine cooler.
They thought that shit was funny.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? That makes sense though, because I have like my two nieces. They came for the holidays with us. They spent the holidays here for Thanksgiving, and they was like, by the time they was like, if we was in Baton Rouge, we would have been drinking by now. And my niece and them was like, their mama gonna see this. They was like, but she don't care though. They grandmother, they do that. Like, you know like, and I was like.
Cause and then I also had some.
I didn't want to be the lame auntie, so I'm like, okay, girl, you can go ahead and get you a little shot.
I am trying so hard to get out of that cool aunt phase because I just went off on my nephew about some weed like a couple weeks ago. He ain't talked to me since. I don't care. You might see me do it, but you 17, 18, baby. Look, you ain't gonna learn from my mistakes. Your ass ain't gonna get nowhere doing that.
No,
what he do?
He's smoking now.
And you got mad because he was smoking?
I got mad because he was smoking in my mom's car. I got mad he was smoking in my mama's car. You taking it too far at a very young age. I didn't even start smoking in my own car until I started paying for that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Anything that was in her name. Yeah, that's why I know it happened. That's how, I wasn't there. That's how I know. She called me like, I can't believe this nigga was smoking, had the nerve to be smoking in my car.
Like, step outside.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The grace, the scare. You ain't scared no more. You don't give a fuck. Yeah. You don't give a fuck. I feared coming home smelling like weed. You know what I mean?
Like, I didn't even start smoking till like after, like I was in college.
Yeah.
I was in college. It wasn't like
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, it wasn't when I was younger. I thought when younger, I was like, I ain't never doing that. Like,
You from a small town?
I'm from Alexandria.
Oh, I feel like that ain't small. What? As small as Orange?
Girl, please.
It ain't as small as Orange.
I don't think it's small as Orange. I think I done been there at Alexandria before.
Alexandria is like Beaumont, basically.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Beaumont got a little going. They got a little going.
They got them all. Y'all ain't got no mall.
We ain't got no mall. How many high schools?
Girl, they barely got them all.
How many high schools?
Technically two, but
we got
Pineville.
Pineville.
3. Ash, right? Bolton.
Ash, Bolton, and Peabody is in Alexandria, but Pineville, that's kind of like about 5 minutes. Tioga and Pineville probably like 5 minutes away.
So that's about 3. We only got 1.
Oh yeah, see they.
Yeah, we only got 1.
They would probably be like Boyce or something.
Yeah.
Boyce.
Yeah, like
that shit sound country.
Yeah, they got one
school. Yeah, one school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Orange is. So I mean, we were just getting into a lot then. Like I mean. I got into some shit I would have never. I'm kind of glad I did. Kind of glad I didn't. Like it's 50-50. I definitely wish I would have never got into some of that shit. But somebody was like, "Okay, I won't run across that ever again because I done that. I'm not doing that shit anymore."
I do say that I'm glad my daddy did keep me up.
Yeah.
Put up with
I like structure.
I would be like my cousins. All my cousins got like the kids going.
My boyfriend say that same shit about his family.
I'm like, you know what? I'm glad my daddy did kind of keep me because ain't no telling what my life would be right now.
My boyfriend said the same shit about his family.
Like, for real. Even though I did want to go to the parties and turn up and you know.
But you know what? He hated because he said his mama was too strict, and he hate that he tried that his mama tried to make it seem like his cousins was like just the villains or always just so bad. Like y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to be like so and so. You know what I mean? Like
my dad like, oh, they doing what? She can't go back over there.
Yeah, exactly. It's different than just standing on business because that's what you know what I'm saying?
Right. Even when
the whole time you be the ringleader though sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I was the ringleader.
No, I'm not saying
not that crew.
I really be like that though, you know.
No, like, for real.
Your mama be correcting you on some shit, you be like, shit, she don't even know. Or you know what I mean? Exactly. She talking about some you in the car with these fast hoes going this.
I had a friend that mama thought I was the bad influence. Like her mama thought I was the bad influence. Like, oh no, my daughter can't hang with you. You doing this, you doing that. I'm like,
that's why I was like,
it's not even me. Like,
I didn't really know Ty like then, but I would have thought like just from what I did know about her. That she wasn't like I thought
that girl.
Yeah, she wasn't outside. I mean, I wasn't.
Girl, wait till Cardi get that age. Are you ready?
A lot of people like feel like that too, just by looking like at my social media. Like a lot of dudes that try to like come and talk to me like, oh, you seem like you outside, or you seem like I'm like you just go off my social media, like you don't even know like.
But I think I more so went so much off of like. Because I knew a lot of people that knew you.
That's what I was just finna say.
But I guess when if you go to school, then it's kind of hard. If you know what I'm saying, if you kind of popular at school or something, it ain't necessarily mean that you go to every party. But
and that don't necessarily mean they know you,
right?
Yeah.
Because I know some people that be saying they know me, and I just be like,
you know my name,
huh?
Right.
When do we meet again? I mean, I probably like seen your face before, but like, when do we even exchange?
That's another one.
No, for real.
Yeah, you don't know me.
And people that linger on with the issues from 10, 15 years ago. When do you let it go?
Because I got a little opposed idea to that. Because I hear people out when they saying that, but I feel like some character traits are just stuck there. Like you just for example, you thought that, you know what I'm saying, you hated mayonnaise in college. I mean in high school. And people like, you don't know me, bitch. You was that dirty, the mayonnaise eating asshole. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Like just people swear to God they're not the same person, but I just
say that I'm the same person and
I am too.
That I did not wait, let me finish. I can say that I'm the same person in the way that I kind of carry myself. Like I've always been the type of always been like the more secluded type of person. Like you probably don't know much about me, much about my life unless you know me for real. And but it is some ways that I'm very different from the person that I was in high school, or the person that I was in middle school, and the way I think about certain things. Because like for instance, me lying about losing my virginity in high school just to be with my friends that had already lost their virginity, I would never do that now.
Right.
No, for real. No, just think about it. Now you like, why did I lie about
that?
Yeah. When I say me too, I mean like I'm still the same person, like character wise, but it is some things that I have tweaked and changed. But for the most part, I've always been a talkative person. I've always been somebody that is not scared to address hard conversations. If we talking about it, we talking about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe I can say I've grown in ways to my delivery. I'm not just like saying, you know, like how we were saying earlier, like that might have been true, but you ain't need to say that like that. Like you ain't need to say that. And you know, it's crazy because one time I had two best friends in high school, and one time we were all sitting down and we were just like, so let's just put it out there. What do you like? What do you not like about me? And both of them agreed that I just was too blunt, and I just be like, they was like, Tia, you say too much. You do too. I was like, I'm sitting there flabbergasted because I thought I was doing just enough. I thought I was doing my part. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess it is learning curves, but to me, I just feel like most people be like, to the heart, the same person. You know, same ideals and beliefs.
Well, I don't know though, because I feel like to tie the fit. Well, you too. You came from a small town too. I think when you are exposed to a different, like Houston is a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah, It's like she said, it's some shit that I just will not.
Alexandria to Lafayette, and then I came to Houston. Lafayette was like an upgrade from Alexandria because it had more stuff. It had more.
But it still was Louisiana.
It was still Louisiana.
Yeah.
But if I had to go back to Louisiana, I'll go back to Lafayette.
Yeah.
But it was just different when I came here. Whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Even the club stuff because I was promoting this stuff in Lafayette.
Same.
And it's not.
You have to like start from the bottom again.
I'm like, yeah, I know how to do this.
God.
I know how to do the promote. Okay, yeah, I can promote. That's what I.
And they put your ass right here with everybody else.
Get in the club, promote. It's a whole different you gotta sell the bottles, you gotta go do this, you gotta do this.
I used to promote, but I ain't
post stuff on the internet and give it for free and go on party.
Right.
I gotta sell sections. I gotta know the people out.
That's why I got
outside. I gotta move around.
I'm not selling $1,500 sections. I'm not. I can't.
How much do y'all make off of it though?
Probably $100, $200 off of like
and that's if you got somebody that's really.
That's what I was just gonna say because
don't tip for real.
Some people
they just paying for the bottles.
Oh, then I'm asking how much do you make off the 15?
From like the people you working with.
Yeah, like
like I said, it depends. If you're working for the club, if you're working directly for the club, you probably get a better cut. But if you're working for a promoter that works in the club, you're gonna be skimped. And then I just gonna say, then you're gonna have to tip out this person, that person. You're gonna have to wait for your money.
You gotta buy your uniform.
I didn't get paid.
You gotta buy your own uniform.
It's been a time I didn't get paid. When I say I was on their ass, I started to expose their ass on Instagram. Like I'm on their ass. They got us out. They left a group message.
Like if you don't make nothing, they'll give you $100. Take home $100. But sometimes you make what you make.
No,
it's kind of like working at a restaurant.
We made the money. They just said we was entering it wrong or something. They said like, oh, y'all putting it in the system wrong. Bitch, y'all told us this 5 minutes before we started taking orders. It's in there. Y'all see who spent what.
Yeah,
stop playing with us.
I worked that out here. It was like we just got through out there. It wasn't no training.
Yes.
It wasn't nothing. They ain't even have no P. No,
I could do a whole episode about
like
Houston. Here
you go. And y'all out there. And that was my first time really like,
being
like a body girl in it. So it was just like, learn how to do it. You know, you get it, you get it. You know what you know. Like,
so you gotta have a little sense to be about a girl. You can't just be dingy.
Yeah, you can't be dingy.
Not at all.
Yeah. And you gotta have clientele.
Come in with the clientele. Exactly. That's
come in with the clientele.
I mean, you gotta know the ball of niggas. If you don't know niggas that's spending $1,000 on a Thursday, don't sign up.
Right.
Don't sign up, boo. On Taco Tuesday, you don't know
spend the money on the Monday too.
Exactly.
Monday to Tuesday.
You don't know niggas spending $1,500 on Taco Tuesday. That's just for the section that ain't the bottles yet. Then don't sign up for that.
That's absurd. Like that's ridiculous. Like
it is a lot.
It is.
Like we should all boycott the club that's doing it because if we just all would come together, like they would.
And then you could go in that store and buy the bottle for what? $65,
$45, $60.
Maybe
it's no way. Not even 100. You're not even finna break that. You can damn near get 2.
Get it for the whole 3 months, probably.
It's gonna be a big ass bottle. You've been to Specs with the biggest shit you can find for the whole 100.
Get to this part.
About the kids, I really want to answer the question about the kids because I really do think they are mature. They way more mature.
Oh yeah.
You talking about the 12-year-olds versus the 12-year-olds today versus the 12-year-olds? Yeah, I do too, but at the same time, they're not. Like they're fast mature, but they're like not mature as in responsible to take care of things. Like I feel like
so.
I really do. I think even kids younger than that.
Yeah, I was about to say my daughter.
Even kids younger than that. I know, like my little cousin. I've been literally watching him since he came up. My little cousin Denham, but he is so advanced. Yeah. Like stuff that we not even. He was first grade. He on that.
What I was just gonna say, how old is he?
He like 7
8
years old, but
he older than Corey, so he gotta be 8.
Yeah, he like I think he just turned 8.
Yeah, he did. I think they
but he is so advanced. When I say advanced, going on the internet, looking up how to do the PS systems and how to.
Yeah.
So do you think you can trust them with the you know how back in the day our parents used to leave us at home for you know what I'm saying because they had to because you know what I'm saying.
We was going off instructions. They don't need instructions.
Yes, and we was also going off instructions and didn't have no way. If you didn't have a house phone or cell phone, and didn't have no way to communicate with people, we had a house phone.
You know what I'm saying?
If we didn't have a house phone or anything like that, we still was getting left. I feel like they was brought up.
Then you gotta call your mama job. You might not even get her the first time.
Yeah, you gotta need something.
Yeah, you gotta call your mama job.
I feel like these kids are so mature that if they could stay at home and fend for themselves, like if they see something suspicious going on,
they gonna know how to
call 911. They gonna know how to go lock the door. They gonna know how to go hide in this area. They gonna know how to do. They gonna know how to type on it. Yeah, think about it. I seen a movie and so it wasn't a movie. It's called Culprits on Hulu or Amazon or something. And basically, the people came in the house, held the mama at gunpoint, and they was trying to be nice about it, so the kids really didn't know what was going on, but they knew. So it was like, y'all just stay over there, keep playing the game. The kids was so smart that they ended up getting on the game. I guess you can communicate. And they was like, somebody's here with a gun, and then all of a sudden, all the men in the neighborhood came out with guns and they guns and stuff, and they was trying to the sister was like, how they know? And then they knew the game. The kids, I feel like kids are so much more advanced. Like my daughter, I know for a fact.
So you think we're just not giving them credit or the responsibility?
I do.
Or not even just the credit, the responsibilities to do so, because I think people are so scared of today's society from everything we see online and stuff like that they're not leaving kids. Because I just was listening on the radio like...
Well, we don't, because we know that ultimately, for somebody to come to my house, they can overpower my child physically, yes. You know what I'm saying? They can kick the door down, whether you know. So it's a thought of what's gonna happen next. You can get to the phone and call me. So it's not that I don't trust you as being a mature enough. It's just that I know that.
So why do you think
the
times has changed so much? Because our parents, like I said, used to leave us home a lot.
Because we didn't know that things like the things that are happening now, how people are going to people's houses and.
So you just think it was a lack of knowledge. So you think crazy was always crazy?
This is the reason, because the drug dealers that was stealing drugs on the corner, they're trafficking kids now.
Yeah.
So it's more. So instead of y'all being in y'all own zone on the corner and my kids at home after school, now you looking to see if my kids are home by themselves.
And they going home by themselves.
Yeah, that's.
And I also feel like I feel like. The kids now, they are brought up off of technology. We was not. We was outside. We on bikes. We can't come in.
So all we knew was what we fucking.
Right.
All we knew was kid shit.
Right. Drink out the water hose. You can't.
All we knew was kid shit. Innocence.
If you outside, you outside. You can't come in. Like that's what we was brought up with. Jumping off the.
If we didn't know if we didn't know how to spell, we just didn't do it. These kids, they know how to. Get around.
Go look
a baby knows how to say Coco Melon. You're 2 years old. You know how to push the.
My nephew was autistic and can find Mickey Mouse on anybody's phone. YouTube on anybody's phone.
Instead of texting, he'll send a little voice.
That's how all kids do. I don't think that they would be smarter than like nobody is telling them to go do that. So I guess I kind of see what y'all mean, because I kind of thought at first, like, you know what I'm saying. Crazy has always been crazy, even back then. So, like, I just think back then, because I watch a lot of, I don't know if y'all do, but I watch a lot of investigation television. I watch a lot of, I try to get that out of my spirit, because I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for me. Like, I really don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for me taking in all that shit. But I watch a lot of that, and, like, they show a lot of old cases where it was just that easy to just go pick up somebody's kid out the front goddamn yard. Like,
it was la. These kids don't like that no more.
And that was outside. Like, you think about it, they picking up kids that was outside on their bicycle. Like,
and even if they on a bicycle, you want my mom? Corey gonna be like, I'm telling you, this is a prime example. When somebody comes to the door, Corey, and I watch her do this, she will creep downstairs. She be like, but she ain't mommy, somebody's at the door. She not doing it because she just so aware. I don't know from why, but she just like, somebody at the door. And I'd be like, okay, go back upstairs. All right. Yeah. Like it's like she already know to be like, you don't need to let everybody know we here. If we what
even my little cousin, he was like, man, he was like, oh no, that thing just came up here and asked me, did I want some candy? I don't want no candy from you. What I get some candy from you from?
That's right. We might be doing something right here. We might Because I seen on this parenting show, they did a social experiment. Like they had an Airbnb that the family was staying in, and they basically told the parent, try this, leave, and we're gonna have like you seen that?
Uh-huh.
And they had so many kids. Girl, they over there crying like, oh, this thing that they open the door. I thought I talked so much better than this. The kids was, hey, y'all want to come in? Yeah. The one child that let them in, I was like, bitch, I'm dropping all my. No, you didn't just let them in here.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Even like if my daddy comes to the door, Corey, like, it's Popo. I'd be like, all right, go ahead, open the door.
Yeah, she gotta let you know first.
Yeah, like, don't play with me.
Yeah.
So I think our kids are very
way more advanced. Yeah.
I guess I ain't giving them enough credit because my nephew be acting slow, bro. For an 18-year-old, I'd be like, bro, you're killing me.
He was
brother.
raised by his grandmother, though. I think that's the sign. That's the thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign out on that one because Bubba is 2 and child.
He green too.
He's not green. It's just that he's babyfied. Like I mean, like it's that simple. Mm-hmm. He knows certain shit, but he does opposite. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He takes the easier way out, or like if it's inconveniencing him,
grandma baby,
boy. I'm gonna whoop it up out his ass though. It's coming up. We're learning. You come wash your own goddamn dishes.
Yeah.
You come grab your own plate.
Yeah. Grandma baby. Well, we'll get to these questions next time.
Oh yeah, I will save them from another. You know, we always got days and topics to talk. But it was great having your input. Hi.
Great.
This was a good episode.
We had a lot to talk about.
And to think that we thought we didn't though.
Right. Then we got sitting there. I'm like, notes that ain't even been talking.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're always overthinking it.
That's how it always been. Everybody has an input about something.
Yeah, and you used to be in front of the camera, ain't like you ain't, you know.
But not like
your real self.
Not like my real self, but not like talking.
Yeah.
Like a little 1-2 sentence here and there, but not like just.
You're not one of those people that talks on your Instagram. You might have
you have a muted story.
Yeah.
I thought about that one day. I was like, Ty don't never post. Like,
her content ain't it's more aesthetically than it is like let me let you know about. So you know what I'm saying?
Y'all think I need to tap in more?
I think so.
Yeah, people might like that. Y'all about to say your audience might like to test it out.
Live a little bit.
Test the
not even so much live. I mean, live is cool, but like just like we never see you on your story outside of what you want people to see. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You like you don't talk stuff like your day or Piper if she got on your nerves. Just I'm coming to find out people like that.
I feel like that. I do more of that on my Snapchat.
Okay. So you have a place where you do it. It's just nice.
I feel like I'm more talkative and like sit down.
That's
like
a whole
on my
other topic right there. Why do people like
prioritize? Just like we was talking about last week. I'm telling you, people think highly of Instagram.
Instagram is like my business. Like I feel like Instagram is more like my brand. So it's like I don't know. It's like
you don't think you can grow your brand being authentic.
Not even authentic, but just being open.
Yeah, just more open.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, even with you vlogging, I think, and let's wrap this up.
Right.
Thank y'all
for tuning in. Another great episode.
Tune in.
Make sure y'all tap in with Miss TyMurdaaa.
You want to let them know anything you doing, you working on, or what's coming. I know we talked about.
I do have a brand.
Yes.
Follow me, Prim.the-brand.
Yes.
I do have some exciting stuff coming up, y'all. I'm finna go through a whole nother direction with my business.
We need to have our meeting. We never had.
We do. For real. Like,
we're gonna get this content.
Y'all don't even know this is my mentor. Like,
girl, don't tell her that.
She can't be nobody else's mentor.
She don't like to get her flowers, child. We be trying to put them there, but she just be gone.
Don't put me in that category, y'all.
I'm not.
One thing about it, she will be on it. Like,
yes.
Have you did this? And I always tell her, baby, stay on me like that because I really like.
And I did fall off with that. Like,
your husband said it best though. You're the businessman. You're the one who think professional.
Yes,
he said that. Like, he said it best.
For real. I ask her this, and she'll be like,
I don't know.
this, and this, and then you're gonna say it like this, and then you're gonna do this, and then you need to do this, and then you need to do that. And I'm like,
and you okay, that is who I am. But I don't know, like even like people always say that about me, but I don't really want to be stepping into that because
I was just gonna say you don't lean into it enough because you feel like you can't give people. I hear you all the time saying I don't feel like I'm qualified to give people that kind of direction or.
And it don't even be that. It literally be that I don't never want to feel like big dog. I don't know why. I like to play the back.
Just put it where you be like you. If you want to be, if you big dog,
I don't like
that. You say you want to play the back, but that's what you doing. Like in a certain sense, like you playing the back, but you a big part of the back.
Yeah. The people that talk about,
but you know, you in the back, like
facts.
Do this.
Well, thank y'all. Y'all heard her. Shop Print
the brand. We got some exciting stuff coming, and I'm excited.
Y'all. Excited. Until next week, see y'all later, folks. Deuces.